So what I'm going to do, to be completely honest with you, is I'm going to skip over this local business because what I personally want to do is actually make sure that this works online because that's where I like playing, like whether I host with my friends or otherwise. So I'm going to skip this step, which is funny because I'm not usually one to recommend skipping steps. But I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's not working. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this Stripesville local. And I believe that all I have to do is now just go over here into the Big W workshop and paste it here. Let me see. Contents preview workshop. Mods. Sagewood North. Media mod poster. Okay. Okay. I'll show you what to do in just a moment. All right, I'm going to open this in a new window, put it somewhere else so that I can kind of walk us through how to do this. All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. No, I'm going to delete this. Okay. So we're going to go into Zomboid. I'm going to go into Workshop, capital W. Inside of there, we're going to create a new folder. This folder must be the name of the mod as you want it to appear on Steam and on the Zomboid game. So I'm going to call mine Stripesville. Cap sensitive, right? I'm actually going to call this, Stripesville. Inside of Stripesville, I'm going to create three things. The first one is a folder called Contents with a capital C. Then I'm going to create an image. It's going to be a PNG file. It's going to be called Preview. Now, because it's a PNG file, so because I don't want to make it for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where we had our open a new window. That's the wrong one. Where we had our local business. The previous one, the one that I was like, this isn't working. So I'm going to go into that Stripesville local. Here we have a PNG for poster. I'm going to hit Control Copy and Control Paste. So this poster, I'm going to make sure that I rename it Preview. Then I'm going to go ahead and create a new text file, text document. We're going to call this Workshop. This text file, we're going to go ahead and open it. Looks like for me it opened inside of VS Code. It doesn't matter if it's inside of VS Code or if inside of Notepad. But basically what you want, it's the version. You want to set that equal to 1. The ID, we're going to leave that as blank for now. And then the title must match the name of your folder, which is Stripesville for me, capital S. Then you can write as many descriptions as you would like. Description of the mod. I'm just going to leave that, as vague because I don't really care. Tags, we can leave that as blank, and then visibility. You can set this to whatever you would like. I believe there's only 3 options. I'm just going to automatically set mine to public. Now, the reason is because that's why, as you saw, I had a previous one which was called the tester. When it's set to public, you can invite friends to, test things along with you. I would recommend you make 2, right? You make one that is going to be the tester, which is going to be like one that tells the public community, hey, this folder, this mod is just a map mod that you're testing with. And then later you can re-release the same mod with the lot files and everything with the actual title. For me, I'm going to go ahead and release this publicly just for the fun of it because who cares? It's a thing for a YouTube video. Great. Visibility public. Great. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Let me see. Let me open with, though, Notepad. That way I go ahead and save as, just like it said in there. And I'm going to go ahead and save as .info. There. Here's the workshop info file. I'm going to delete the txt. And this is now a info file, which is exactly what we need. Great. So, is it? Nah, I lied. We actually need the txt file. We don't need to save this as an info. All right, cool. So it's going to be txt file, and that's going to open version, ID, visibility, public. Awesome. Cool. Inside of the contents folder, once we have all that, we're going to create a folder called mods, all lowercase. Then that's it. We're going to go ahead and open mods. Inside of that mods folder, that's where we're going to put that local folder we created previously with all the other business. So I'm going to go to Stripesville local, control copy, control paste. This folder name must be the name that you want to appear inside of Steam and the Zomboid game. Now, what is the difference between these two folder names, as they are effectively the same? I haven't done enough tests to know, but to know exactly and tell you this one is this and this one is that. But what does happen is the name of these folders is going to be one of two things. One, it's going to be the name of the mod that appears on the actual Steam workshop. When people want to subscribe to your mod, that's where it pulls the name from. Two, this is one of these folders, one of the two folders, is going to be the name of the mod that appears when you're scrolling up and down on and selecting your mods, like other players are going to be looking for your mod. This is one of these two folders is going to inform the name. Because the two folders can have separate names, when people find your mod on Steam, it might be called one thing, like My Awesome Map Mod. But if you call the second folder something different, when people are searching for My Awesome Map Mod inside of their mods, inside of Project Zomboid, it might be completely different, like MAMM, My Awesome Map Mod, but you made it shorter for whatever reason. And they'll be like, man, where is it? So anytime that you've seen different projects be called different things in the game versus in Steam, it's because their folders are named different things. It's because, for example, when I followed the videos and I was just told to make these files or folders and I upload it to Steam, it becomes increasingly difficult the first time you upload to Steam to change the name of these folders. So I want to be extra clear with you. When you name these folders and you upload them to Steam, it becomes really difficult to change them, especially if your map mod becomes live. That being said, just always double check that this name matches the name of the folder. So that's going to be Stripesville. Control save. It has to match down to the case. I'm going to go back up in this workshop txt file. It opens with this. I just need to double check that this Stripesville is the same. I don't know why. It's because the txt files, for some reason, my computer opened with VS Code as opposed to Notepad, but it's all the same. It's just a text editor that I'm using it. Inside of this Stripesville folder is going to be all of this business and this map info file. Again, the title must be this third folder, which also has the name Stripesville. Again, one of these is what appears in Steam. One is what appears like when you're selecting mods. One of this is going to be something else. It is important. If you make them match, then any time that a player looks at your mod, every selection is going to be the same. If you make them different, it's going to be somewhere in Steam versus the Project Zomboid. It's going to be different somewhere. And that can be really, annoying to players. They'll still use your mod if it's really cool, but, the more annoying you make something, the lower the likelihood that a player will use it. All right, with this in tow, now it should be able to work. Watch, I did all of this, and none of it's going to work. That's going to be hilarious. This is going to make a really fun video, isn't it? Take some water while Project Zomboid loads up. Yeah, also feel free to fast forward again. I'm just doing this all in real time just to show people, your game loads up, everything goes up. I'm not clicking any extra things. I'm not doing anything fancy. You can watch this at 2x speed. I don't really care. This is not for, I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I'm just trying to kind of show you how to make map mods, and you can feel awesome doing it. Wow, this is taking forever. All right, let's hit the M key to turn on the music. I know last time I didn't have the music. Loading, okay. Loading the user interface, UI. All right. I just realized that I might have been turning the music on and off, but that's because... Here we go. So now Stripesville is here. Here's either the preview or the poster or something else. Notice as this is a Project Zomboid's example mod, right? The mod ID is the example mod. That's because it's not up or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and just turn this on. And I'm going to hit accept. This is going to now reload Lua. It's not up on Steam or anything like that, but I was able to make it appear here. So now I can actually load it up as a solo, I believe. Let's go down, and it should be here, but it is not. Fantastic. Great. And we're going to have to upload it to Steam. So now I'm going to go into Workshop. This is how you upload things to Steam. We're going to create and update items. You notice here all the folders that are inside of that one item directory. Stripesville is one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Next. The preview PNG must be no larger than 1,000 kilobytes. Cool. So it looks like I'm not allowed to go ahead and upload this unless I change my preview.png. Because I just copy pasted something, it gave me an error, which is awesome. Now we can go ahead and take a look at that. So this is preview. So let's go ahead and go up to contents. Here's the preview. Looks like it's 1,820. It must be no larger than 1,000 kilobytes. I believe that one of them is going to yell at me if it's not exactly 256 by 256. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit with photos. Let's go ahead and let's see where. Actually, maybe it's not that. I just double click it. Yeah. Browse all your photos. It's like edit or something like that. Resize image. There we go. 256. There must be some way. Now everybody's just watching me like mess with this. That's hilarious. Set as. Nah, I don't want to lock this. Oh, why don't I just crop it first? Let's mess with the cropping. Create a video, edit with designer. Resize image. That's the preview. Edit. Doi. If I crop it 1:1. No. So I'm just going to crop it to 256, 256 as close as possible. Hey, look, 1:1. 265, 265. Great. Let's get his awesome face in there. There we go. All right. So this is, what did I say this was? 265, 265. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just save this. I don't even care. Save. Now I'm going to resize. 265. I think it's 256. So I'm going to go ahead and resize it. So now it's 256. That's a PNG. I'm going to hit save. I don't want to save it there. I want to save it exactly where this previously was. Not Stripesville local. PC Z Drive Zomboid. Workshop capital W Stripesville. This is the preview, right? Yeah, so I want to save it exactly here. So I'm going to copy this file path. There we go. Paste this file path. Here it is. That's the preview. I'm going to save, and that's going to overwrite that. Yes. Perfection. Close this. I'm going to go back. Go back to force it to reload. I'm going to create and update items. I'm going to hit Stripesville and hit next. There it is. Here's our preview image. Description of the mod. I don't care. Public visibility. This is where you can also click fans only, hidden, or unlisted. Up to you. I'm just going to set mine to public because whatever. This here is a new workshop item. Create this item with a new workshop ID. Great. Then Stripesville. Here's a workshop ID. It's going to be created. And I'm going to go ahead and upload to the Steam Workshop. Yay! Now it has this ID, 337, blah, 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 and this is now available on Steam. Hooray! If you try to access this because it's on Steam, it's probably going to be up there. I don't care. Now, it doesn't usually take this long to upload to Steam. It usually just goes by really quickly. There must be something wrong with my internet. So I apologize for that. Usually it just goes... so if yours is done, great. If not, feel free to fast forward this. I don't really have a budget to make this YouTube video, so I'm not going to edit this out. Sorry. All right, cool. While that's uploading, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use that to be able to jump into the game and then test out. There's not anything specific that we want to test out, but mainly we want to go ahead and jump in and ensure that we can play in our map. The other thing that I'm going to test out is that the road that we use is going to be connected to vanilla correctly. The third thing, which is why I like testing by uploading things to the Steam Workshop, is that I can jump into admin mode and explore without getting murdered by zombies. But to make sure that everything looks good and nothing looks wonky, basically we can walk around in our building and make sure that the the drop, right, the items load up correctly. All right. I might not have editing, but what I can do is I can pause recording until this is done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will see you when this gets done uploading. See you in a bit. Hey, welcome back. I finally finished this loaded, so then the next thing I have to do is hit the close button. All right, once that's done, I'm going to go back to mods to double check that my mod is turned on. Let's go ahead in here. This is Stripesville. Here it is. I'm going to actually turn it off, and I'm going to turn it back on again. When I select this, I want to make sure that, this is still that larger image. Contents, mods, Stripeville. This is in the mods folder. This is going to be that local one. That's weird. I don't like that. All right, the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and open to my server because there's a mod manager server. I'm going to configure the Sagen beta test. Is usually where I test my beta stuff. But for the sake of this thing, I didn't put it in there. Stripesville? Hello? Ho! I know why Stripesville is not in there. That's okay. Stripesville is in here. I'm going to go ahead and hit accept. Check this out. I think if I go into here, is Stripesville going to be here? It totally is not. Okay, great. Love it. All right. So what's going on? Why is it appearing inside of my mods, but not when I try to check into the server? That's because even though it was appearing here, because it's basically in my computer, see how data created, data updated. Oh, that's a different one. See how there's no like mod ID or anything like that? That's because I'm pretty sure that I'm just straight up not subscribed to this because I just uploaded it. So I'm going to go to Project Zomboid. I'm going to go to Workshop. And I'm going to look for my map mod and then subscribe to it. I think that's what I need to do so that, Steam knows to upload this. Once I choose that, then I can go ahead and put it inside of my mod manager. And then I can go ahead and host it and create a new world so that I can jump in and play inside of my world. All right, so here it is. Search. I'm going to go ahead and do Stripesville. I'm just going to type Stripes. Ooh. Stripesville? Please? No items. Whoa. Alright. Well, the other way to search for this is by looking at my profile and my workshop items. And whoa, what is this? Unnamed? That's funky. Something must have gone wrong. These are the 3 map mods that I have, and then I don't know what this is. It must be Stripesville. Let's see. Create and update items. Stripesville. Next. Next. 337-6202. 337-6202-964. Something must have gone wrong. Let's see if I do upload to Steam Workshop. This will get uploaded. Currently, visibility is hidden. There's nothing in here. There's not even a title. How bizarre. Unique visitors. Hey, I'm the first visitor. Good for me. Well, I'm gonna hit subscribe. Even if it doesn't have a name. Alright, because I accidentally did this, I'm just gonna wait for this to finish up. But basically, all I want to do is open this up, subscribe to it, and then this will force Steam to basically download that mod. Well, looks like there's nothing queued up. Oh, yeah, this should be downloading. Alright, I'll go ahead and see you in a bit once all of this downloading and uploading finishes up. See you in a moment.